Samantha Fowler, MSNBC.
We're CNN. I'm Owen Kunster.
I'm Wendy Wang.
We're Fox News. I'm Ryan.
I'm Kristen.
The central issues of this debate are going to be revolved around pro-choice and pro-life, women's rights, the economy, gun control, labor, and immigration.
Both Maria Mills and David Lewis will say their plan to cut down government spending as well as taxes. After interviewing both of them, they will also talk about their plans on reducing gun control. They will say these things because as conservatives, they believe in reducing federal government interference in power.
Yeah, one of the big topics this election is gun control. There's some strong Republican parties and there's some strong Democratic parties. I think it's going to bring up a lot of issues in this year's debate.
That's right, Owen. The NRA is one of the biggest contributors in this year's campaign, and the Republicans are definitely going to try to win over the NRA. We'll see various views on gun control, and we'll see who the NRA decides to endorse.
Fiona Sampson has already declared herself a Democratic socialist, so it's likely when talking to Gnarl, she's gonna again express her views about pro-choice and women's rights.
Since Jeremy Kennedy is also a Democratic candidate, he has expressed his views on pro-choice, but he hasn't really been endorsed by Gnarl yet, so he's going to definitely be trying to win over Gnarl in this debate.
Since Fiona Sampson has already gotten endorsement from Gnarl, Jeremy Kennedy needs to work harder to be able to make sure that Gnarl is able to endorse him and he can get the money out of them.
We expect that for the most part, candidates will stick to their party philosophies during this debate. Democrats will try to appeal to the labor unions and women's rights groups, and Republicans will try to appeal to the NRA and the ACU. There will be some deviations from the typical stances a Republican or Democrat might have. For instance, David Lewis, a Republican, has a very liberal stance on drugs, which could damage him and damage his reputation in the Republican Party.
Yeah, it's interesting that you said that, Jeremy. I totally agree on David Lewis seeming a little more like a Democrat than a Republican so far in this election.
Maria Mills, another Republican candidate, is in favor of abortion, which will not really go over well with the conservative voters. Fiona Sampson, however, has taken the label of a socialist and is advocating for tuition for free college.
So these deviations from the typical stances, although they may not specifically be addressed in the debate, will undoubtedly hurt the candidates later in the primaries.
Sampson stated that her campaign steers to the new generation of young liberal voters. She wants to win the liberal vote with her liberal views, but she said that she does not want to villainize conservative voters.
And after an interview with David Lewis, he told us that he's going to focus on attracting the older generation this time, since with his stump speech being a rap, he thinks he already has the younger generation in lock.
Jeremy's back.
Jeremy's coming.
Look, it's Jeremy Kennedy.
Jeremy Kennedy, what do you have to say about the whale scandal? Any words on that?
Do you want the explanation right now?
Yes, I would love an
Alright.
explanation.
I support killing whales. Cocaine, heroin, all of that. Straight like crystal meth. Being an addict for a long time. It's been going on for a couple months now. That's not the best question. I support a lot of things.
Okay.
Jeremy Kennedy just failed to address his scandal properly. He didn't explain what the taxpayer money was doing in his brother's whale business. Other candidates will undoubtedly try to address their own scandals too, as well as play off the scandals of each other. We'll see how this turns out in the long run.
Interestingly enough, David Lewis has had no scandals released about him yet. This could lead to a spin in David Lewis's campaign.
Through investigative journalism, Fox News discovered an undocumented worker working in Senator Sampson's home.
This is really surprising to everyone on the liberal side, as Sampson has continuously stressed her ideas regarding immigration and legalizing immigrants who are already in America.
MSNBC has recently uncovered a scandal about Maria Mills that she has been evading taxes by laundering her money to an offshore account.
Sampson is a clear frontrunner because she has a lot of endorsements, especially from NARA and SCIU. She is able to get a lot of money for her campaign, where the other candidates are having trouble funding their campaigns.
Fiona Sampson's really going to have to keep stepping it up towards the debate due to all the endorsements she has received, and to maintain those endorsements, she's really going to have to keep it up. And Jeremy Kennedy's really got to put some work in trying to get some endorsements to run his campaign properly.
The candidates are really going to have to make sure they're very clear on their points and answer the questions that the interest groups give out really well. They're going to have to make sure that they're telling the interest groups exactly what they want to hear. Some candidates are going to have to solidify their hold on these interest groups, and others are going to have to go above and beyond to try to win these endorsements over and take them from the others.
Breaking news, David Lewis has just had a scandal released. Come find out what it is next time on CNN.